Interesting SmackDown. A lot of chatter. No matches, not two, 3 matches only. We kind of expected that coming out of SummerSlam, and a few interesting matches here. A lot of stuff we need to talk about, including next week's card, which doesn't look too bad, Brian. So we're going to get into that in a minute here, and so please don't forget to like and subscribe. Check the bottom ticker tape if you're interested in some sponsorship advertising. You get the podcasts, you get the website, and you also get all my radio shows here in Pittsburgh, Philly, and the Delmarva region. So don't forget about that. And also don't forget our QR code at the top if you want to join the show through the QR code. All right, Brian Pettit, go ahead, introduce yourself, tell everybody they can get a hold of you, and good evening.
Well, good evening. It's been a while since I've seen you.
Yeah, well, it was Monday.
Yeah,
Monday
it was
Night Raw.
Monday, but but no, you can find me on multiple platforms under Sports Break Media. So let's get it going here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then don't forget our other partner, Pensman Sports. Don't forget to tune into his stuff. He does a lot of shorts on his YouTube channel. And I have YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter X, Getter. I'm also on LinkedIn and Blue Sky and several other platforms as well. So don't forget to like and subscribe on my YouTube channel as well. Help us all grow here. I'm going to say, from somebody we used to work with.
Good evening, Warrior Cat Forever.
Yeah, Warrior Cat Forever. How are you? How's everything? And all right, let's get started with tonight's chatterbox of a SmackDown tonight. I kind of predicted this. The reason why I am predicting this is because it happens every time after a major pay-per-view. SmackDown and Raw become chatterfests. So it turned out that was what it was tonight. It started off with Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, and then all of a sudden Sami Zayn crying the blues, Randy Orton coming out, and then Cody Rhodes coming out and challenging Randy Orton. The thing is tonight, though, Cody Rhodes came out and admit he's not involved in the title picture right now.
I know.
And he kind of came out and admitted that. He says, look, I don't have anything that I'm really chasing except you. So he told Randy Orton. Kevin Owens, on the other hand, got into it with CM Punk. I knew that was going to happen when CM Punk and Cody Rhodes were talking amongst each other. That got broken up. Kevin Owens then went to talk to Sami Zayn in the back. And Sami Zayn cried.
Still crying. He can't get over his crying. He can't get over his crying by nothing.
Brian, they have to do something with this Johnny Gargano. It's totally ridiculous with Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano. They got rid of some good wrestlers because they wouldn't take pay cuts. And, they're getting rid of wrestlers left and right, some dead wood. I call what he's doing dead wood. Why in the world is WWE keeping him around? I can't understand that. I don't get that at all.
I don't either.
Unless they're trying to be entertaining with that, like Danhausen is on Raw, but I mean, to me, that's not entertaining. All right, we'll get back to some notes later. We're going to get into the results of our matches tonight.
All right.
First
Warrior said something.
Oh, Warrior. Yeah. He says, I was just looking through streamers and I found this one and who barely hard had any views.
Well, thank you coming in, Warrior.
Yeah. Thank you, Warrior, for coming in. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I know we're a little low on views here. I don't understand why, but we are. It happens every time. All right. Baron Corbin with the U.S. title versus Trick Williams in a rematch, which Trick Williams, in my eyes, shouldn't have got a rematch to begin with. Corbin did it again, banged him with the belt and won the match. Hey, do whatever it takes. To be frankly honest with you, I really don't like either one of them, but I don't like Trick Williams even more. So I took Baron Corbin in this match, and
that was a good match, but we kind of knew that he was going to hit the belt again, And then he goes bragging about it, and then he gets hit from behind, back in the stage,
Yeah, by Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah,
so
exactly. I thought that was kind of funny too.
Yeah, that was. But I will tell you, we're going to go over next week's matches. Wait to hear some of these matches for next week. Oh my gosh, next week's SmackDown, Brian. We're going to have a fun time with this because there's a lot of good matches, way better than this week. Which, of course, we're coming off of a pay-per-view, so we can't justify. You know what I mean? So,
oh yeah.
All right, Fatal Influence versus Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton. This was for the tag team belts. And unfortunately, Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green did not win. And the Fatal Influence retains. I wish somebody would take them out. I can't stand none of the three of them. And, so what do your thoughts on this Fatal Influence?
I just don't like them at all. I mean, they're frauds, you know?
Yeah.
They kind of think here, think there, and they're just kind of like all over the place. But no, I just don't like them. I wish they would just lose their belts totally, you know?
Oh, absolutely. But I think WWE has a lot of plans for them, so we're going to see how that goes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we have. Oh, God bless you, sweetheart.
Sorry, sweetheart.
All right, my sweetheart just sneezed, so I had to say God bless you. All right, we're in Studio B here in Studios 10 here in Berlin, Maryland. Is where we are tonight. Tomorrow for the Saturday Sports Blast show, we will be here in Studio B. I am doing some work in Studio A, so we'll be here in Studio B tomorrow for the Saturday Sports Blast show, which comes to you at 10 a.m. here on our social media platforms. All right, and I'll go over tomorrow's schedule of the Saturday of Ralph tomorrow, going over tomorrow's schedule and Sundays as well. All right. Next, the final match of the night, Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair, and Charlotte ends up winning this match. The return of Alexa Bliss, and she brought some help with her. So,
oh yeah, that was a good match. I didn't.
Yeah.
The way I thought about it, I was thinking, oh goodness, Charlotte Flair's going to lose this one again, but no, she does it, and she beat her.
Yeah. Oh, she did. Yeah. And I'm glad she did because you know what, they have just, you know what I mean. So here we go. I want to give that to Charlotte Flair.
You know, she had, and Charlotte Flair hasn't really had one of those good moments until a couple of years ago. You remember she's had the knee brace on, broken arm, broken leg, whatever. I mean, I think it was a broken arm or broken leg, but she's had troubles, a long time,
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, all right. Okay, next, let's get into our notes section. We have a lot of them tonight. First, we're going to talk about Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke's back, and he says he has somebody with him, and they're going to go after the MFTs.
Ooh, who could
with Haku. My question, it's a surprise, and if I know Shinsuke, I'm thinking, you know who it could be? It could be his old friend Rick Boogs. Remember him, the guitarist guy?
Him.
He was tag team with him about 3-4 years ago, and Rick Boogs got a permanent leg injury and couldn't wrestle anymore. And so I'm wondering if he's back with Rick Boogs or if he's going to be back, or if he got somebody else, maybe one of his Japanese buddies. And he has friends in MMA because he used to be an MMA fighter. So I'm just wondering who he's going to bring. I mean, I can't even picture who it is, but we're going to find out because Shinsuke said he's going after the MFTs for taking them out. And just because Haku is their manager now, which is also, of course, their father, the MFTs, the Tongas. And so we're going to find out what happens there as we move along with that. But that was interesting tonight. I didn't expect that tonight at all.
I didn't either. I kind of didn't either.
Yeah, I kind of thought that was that's going to be interesting tonight. Okay, let's go over our notes here. We talked about Cody Rhodes, CM Punk segment, and then Kevin Owens got involved. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
Sammy said, cried again. Oh, why?
Oh, why?
Right.
Oh, why? Oh, why?
Yeah. And like we said earlier, they have to do something with this Gargano situation. That's a waste of time and a waste of talent. Why don't he just go to AEW like Tommaso did? You know what I mean? Ciampa.
And you make a better career out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, by the way, speaking of AEW, rumor has it Aleister Black will be back as Malachi Black in AEW. So
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, he's going back. It seems like the AEW people that came back to WWE are going back to AEW because WWE don't know what to do with people. And I think Rusev will probably be next.
Well, Ralph, we haven't talked about this. Do you think there's too many people actually in WWE and they don't know what to do with them?
Right. That's absolutely it.
I mean, if you got 100 people, they can't get actually on the thing here. That's why you haven't seen some of the old ones be back in WWE, So, I mean, they got a lot of people that hasn't even fought this year that usually was there,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And let me say this, and I'll say it again, and I say it every week. There's one bowl of food and too many dogs. Okay. Yep. And when you have one bowl of food and too many dogs trying to pursue that bowl of food, that's the problem. And they don't know what to do with some of these people. They don't know how to handle them. They don't know how to put them in the right situation, creatively. Okay. And, they just don't know how to do it. And that's what the problem is, Brian. Mm-hmm. They just simply don't know WWE. And then they ask these people to come back. Like I'm hearing now Braun Strowman might be going to AEW because if he goes back to WWE, where are they going to put him? What are they going to do with him? The last couple of times, they did nothing with him. You see what I'm saying?
They don't do nothing with him.
Exactly.
They'd make these big paychecks. Okay, Ralph, here's $1 million or $3 million. Go fight this person, but yet you're going to be on the back seat. Oh, we might give you a little appearance here and there, and then you got your $3 million, and you're like, why am I even here? I'm not doing anything.
How about Otis and Cesaro? Once you cut them out, they don't do anything. What do they do? Okay. Yeah. All right. Except get involved with Division. Whoop-de-doo. They don't even know what to do with Division right now because Paul Heyman's not with them anymore.
Nope.
I'm hearing stories now he's going to be Obafemi's advocate. He's always chasing gold or chasing somebody with money or whatever with talent. I heard that he didn't like the way Braun Breaker disrespected him, and I heard that's why he got away from the division. And if you get Logan Paul coming back, and I hear Bronson Reed might not even be in division. I'm hearing he might be teaming up with Seth Rollins or something. And there's all kinds of rumors out there, Brian. But we're going to find out what's going to happen.
There's too many.
Oh yeah. There's so many.
Way too many.
All right. Let's get into August 21st. Kevin Owens versus CM Punk right on SmackDown. It'll be in Toronto for the title. Kevin Owens has executed his number one. He's the number one contender for the title, and he's executing it on August 21st. That's the night. That ought to be an interesting match for SmackDown on August 21st.
That would be an interesting night.
Yes, it will. And it's in Toronto. He's from Canada. So let's see what goes there. Does he win in his hometown? Does he lose? Or whatever. So we're going to find out what happens there.
He might win that one since he's at home. But
it's a home thing, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but we always think about they're going to win at home, but you got to think about all these matches that have happened at their wrestlers' home convention, whatever they lose, So, or something big might happen,
Yep. Oh, exactly. All right. Next week, another match for next week's card, which is most of what we're going to talk about. That JC Jane or whatever the heck her name is from that Vital Influence or whatever the hell they are. She is going after Tiffany Stratton next week for the women's U.S. title. That ought to be interesting. And all three of them could have belts next week.
That would be interesting if they got all three belts.
Yeah, that would be. Yes, it would. That would be. In Raw, though, you got, as I said before, you got, again, here we go. You got too many dogs and one bowl of food. So, I mean, SmackDown, you got a little bit of leverage here. You know what I mean? And I think Nick Aldis and the creative team with SmackDown are doing a way better job than Raw or Raw, because Raw right now, again, you got Otis and Tozawa. Who cares? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Next week also, War Raiders, MFTs, and R-Truth and Priest in a triple threat match for the tag team belts. But Damian Priest says he was going to sit down and meet with Nick Aldis, because why are their belts up, but how come the War Raiders belts are not up? You understand what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Because the War Raiders, in case you're not aware, formerly known as the Viking Raiders, are the AAA tag team champions. So, that why are their belts not up, but ours are? He said he was going to meet with Nick Aldis, try to get this changed up next week. So, like, if the War Raiders lose, then you get their belts, and if you pin Damian Priest or R-Truth, you get their belts or whatever, or you get both sets of belts. Whatever happens,
whatever happens.
That would be an interesting match if you did. Now, here's the opportunity, Brian, and I'm going to predict this.
Okay, go ahead.
Triple threat match. No disqualification. Shinsuke Nakamura brings his friend or friends or whatever he has lined up. They take out Haku, and the Tongans focus on Shinsuke. They end up losing that match and not being able to get the tag team belts.
Wow,
so I think either the War Raiders. That's my prediction next week. I think Shinsuke will be back next week,
and I hope you get that prediction right, because that'd be.
I always do get it. I always do get it right. My wife even gets it right too. She calls some things here when we sit here and watch the paper. Oh my gosh, she calls some things. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. The two of us are pretty good at the. It don't take any common sense to really call some of this stuff. You know what I mean? Because some of it's the same stuff anyway. All right, Randy Orton came on Cody Rhodes segment. Randy Orton was, Cody Rhodes. Oh, you owe me this, you owe me that. And, Randy Orton, they went back and forth. You know what that's all about. Anyway, all right.
But Cody did you not hear what he said at the very beginning of it? I will turn evil, and it kind of met, and Randy Orton didn't know what to do with that. When he didn't know what to do. I can be evil, or something to that effect of I'll be evil, and Randy kind of like, oh shoot, what is up with this? He said,
well, see what a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah.
And is that Cody? Oh, one other thing tonight, Charlotte Flair used Sister Abigail tonight to beat Jade Cargill. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw that.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And she had that move from the top rope that she hasn't used in a while. I thought that was pretty good too.
Yeah.
So Charlotte Flair coming in with some new stuff in her arsenal, and that's good news. So it's good to see Alexa Bliss back with some help, and But anyway, let's get back to this for a minute here. Everybody if anyone doesn't realize this, Cody Rhodes is now being trained yet again by Arn Anderson. Is back to being his trainer. He was his trainer in. I know it was boring tonight. I agree with you, Dizzy. It really was. Thank you.
Yeah.
Or I'm Dizzle tuning in tonight. It was boring. Of course, as I said earlier, always after pay-per-views, Dizzy, that that we have these boring shows because it's after the pay-per-view. So. But anyway, I was actually surprised to see CM Punk tonight. I didn't think I'd see him around because it was after, the pay-per-view. But anyway, let's talk about this for a minute here. Cody Rhodes was trained by Arn Anderson right now. He's been trained by his father, his brother, Dustin Rhodes. He's also been trained by Ric Flair. Okay. And several other people. So Cody Rhodes, when he needs to get ignorant, he can get ignorant. And we've seen this. Okay. All right. Cody Rhodes can get ignorant when he needs to. And I think this is war right here between him and Randy Orton. And don't be surprised if you see this at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, unless Cody Rhodes decides and Randy Orton might decide too, that they both might want to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I think it's going to be an interesting ladder match this year. I really do. I
It's
think
gonna
you're
be
going to have some top stars in there this year. You
oh
know.
yeah, it's gonna be a knockout drag out when they get to the ladder match. I think.
Oh, absolutely. All right. Also, we saw also next week we went over the triple threat match in my prediction: JC Jane versus Tiffany Stratton, and the return of Shinsuke Nakamura. He says he's got some help coming with him. And we went over Sami Zayn and his crying the blues. The match between CM Punk and Kevin Owens, August 21st in Toronto. We went over that. And all right, Baron Corbin versus Carmelo Hayes next week for the U.S. title. That is going to be an interesting match next week, Brian. You have 3 pretty good matches next week that
Yeah,
I
it
think
seems
is going
like
to
it.
bring SmackDown back from the boring one tonight.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we like you just said a while ago. You have these big matches on a Saturday and Sunday, and they're just trying to catch the breath. And I think that this one actually would be the better card that we've had in the recent weeks
oh yeah, yeah.
before SummerSlam and after the SummerSlam. So this might be a good card, coming out of the hole because they got to get ready for what's the next big match?
It's Money in the Bank in October
Money in
that
the
I
Bank.
believe in, and I heard in September they have a Saturday night's main event.
So yeah, so they got to get ready for that one.
So
So ladder in the,
yeah,
they got to get
yeah.
everything ready before they go there. So I wonder where they're going to take the storyline on some of these wrestlers.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting because you're going to see the 2 ladder matches, the women's and the men's, for the belts, or for the right to have the cases.
Ralph,
so.
how many people, who do you think that could actually go for the ladder matches?
I think the women. Oh, by the way, Lash Legend and Nia Jax. There were rumors out there they were separating and going their separate ways after Lash Legend was in that 5 women match at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
But tonight they're back together, and guess who they're going after? The tag team title. And Nia Jax wants to go after Chelsea Green.
Yeah, you said that a couple of weeks ago that you want to see Nia Jax to go after something. Because we actually try to say, we've had a discussion on this last week, where could she go? And now she reappeared this week. So, we're spot on. Where can they fit her in? And now you can see that she actually wants a little title. And I hope she does get it. I want to see Nia Jax actually get a title,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I believe there's one in September here, and I'm trying to find out the date on it. Okay, here it is. It's on Sunday, September 4th. All right, that's coming up Sunday, September 4th at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. Start time, 8 o'clock, Saturday night's main event. All right, so there you go, folks. There's your Saturday night's main event. Sunday, we will be on immediately following or 15 minutes after Saturday night's main event. We will be on to do a post show. So just to let everyone know. We'll find out what the matches are. Haven't been announced yet. Nothing has been announced at this point in time. But it'll be on Peacock, and you have to have Peacock. I don't get NBC. I don't get ESPN. Well, what I mean by I don't get them is you don't have anything going on right now. All of your shows are coming back in October, maybe late September. Why not put it on NBC? Why not put it on ESPN instead of the Plus? You understand what I'm saying? You have nothing going on right now except for maybe college softball. Not that I have anything against college softball, but I think you understand what I'm saying, Brian.
Yeah, you talking about like
professional horseshoes and cornhole and all that other stuff.
Yeah, all you got is really baseball.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so and then Money in the Bank is October 10th, I believe, and that's going to be somewhere in I think it's California.
Yeah. By the way, they'll be
Fenway Stadium. I think that's where it's going to be at.
Yeah. Also, you got football coming up in a couple weeks too.
Yes, you do. You got start of preseason for the NFL. It's coming up. So and. I'm checking right now to see what's going on.
By the way, Ralph, tomorrow we'll have 3 weeks before the season actually starts for college football. 3 weeks from tomorrow. Isn't that going to be crazy? A week 0.
All right, 3 preseason games for the Steelers. They start August 13th, so you still have some time yet.
Yeah, they
Still got a few
got-
weeks. And guess who? And guess who's coming to town to play? I know we're supposed to be talking about wrestling, but guess who's coming to town to play them in the preseason game? The Green Bay Packers.
Oh.
And then the 21st, it's a Friday night, which will be a short week. They play the New York Jets, and that's at home. And they go to Buffalo for the final preseason game, which is August 27th. So there you are. So first game is September 13th at 1 o'clock at home against the Atlanta Falcons. And Dijon Robinson just got a big contract.
Yep.
So, we're going to find out the battle between the Steelers and Kevin Stefanski, from the former Cleveland Browns coach. All right, let me give you the actual date and time on Money in the Bank. I know it's October 10th, and I think it's at Padres Stadium. So, I believe it is. Let's see where we got it at here. Okay, it's Saturday, October 10th, as I said. It's at the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. I'm sorry, Smoothie King Center in New Orleans.
Is that somewhere new? Because I've never heard of that.
That is where the New Orleans professional basketball team, I believe, plays.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever. I don't know.
That's a different one.
Yeah, it's a arena, I guess. I've never heard of the place, but I believe that's where the New Orleans, I think they still have their professional NBA team. I'm not real sure if they do or not. So the men's ladder match, the women's ladder match. So this was supposed to be in September, but they moved it to October to accommodate the venue. So we're going to find out what happens. So far, there has been no matches for Money in the Bank at this point, but we'll find out. One person we didn't see tonight, and I was really surprised, was Gunther. We didn't see Gunther tonight coming out crying away too. I got screwed.
Well, I wonder.
I beat you. Oh,
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't kind of gloat.
Yeah,
here.
come out and gloat tonight. Yeah, I was kind of surprised myself. I didn't that he didn't even make an appearance. You know what I mean, at all.
Oh yeah,
and
not even attempted.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's get into some announcements, and we're going to wrap things up here, Brian, because we don't have too much more to talk about here. Because it was a boring show tonight. So, all right, here we go. Let's get started here. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. and every morning, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. My guest will be Anthony Evangelista, who is a reporter for WBOC on 93.5 The Beach tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. We are going to talk about the war between Ocean City's government and the Episcopal Church with the homeless shelter. There's a big war going on, lawsuits coming out of the yin-yang. Anthony is going to bring us up to speed on this. I am working diligently to try to get either Pastor Jill from the church or to try to get somebody from Ocean City's government to come on. And I'm going to try to have both of them come on, and I'm going to try to mediate a debate between the two of them, because technically, when you take a look at what this is about, and Anthony will talk about it tomorrow morning with me on 93.5 The Beach, 93.5thebeach.com. So that means if you're in Alaska, Hawaii, wherever it is you are. Oh, by the way, speaking of Hawaii, WWE is having some dates coming up in Hawaii.
I think it's next Saturday.
Yeah.
I think, no, excuse me. Take that back. It's next Friday. They're going to be in Hawaii.
In Hawaii,
they're going
to be doing some dates in Hawaii. Boy, it ain't been there in 7 years, I heard. So,
that's been a long time since they actually been to Hawaii.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it.
I forgot to mention that. But anyway, 935thebeach.com. Don't forget to get on their website. Check me out. 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. The Ralph Williams Show. The revolutionary, the visionary. That's who I am. I am the best show in the Delmarva region, the Ralph Williams Show. And RalphWilliams737 at gmail.com. I'll take all your comments. All right. And then 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. The Ralph Williams Show on 1250 a.m. The Answer 92.5 on the FM dial. My guest, Laura Weens. She is from Pittsburghers for Public Transit, an advocate group that fights for transit. I was in Pittsburghers for Public Transit. I was with the Allegheny County Transit Council. I also was with Save Our Transit back in the day. My days of doing transit are over. I've done a lot. over the years, and a lot of fighting and a lot of arguing and a lot of things. And I had 3 terms as Allegheny County Transit Council president. And it's going to be great to hear from Laura. She's going to talk with us about some of the changes that PRT wants to make, their new fare system. And we're going to talk about funding. The state has no funding source for any kind of transit, which is sad and a shame.
That is sad.
And Josh Shapiro wants to be president in 2028. Let me tell you something, Josh Shapiro. You better come up with some transit funding or you'll get no votes. Okay? It's that simple. All right? Anyway, all right, next, 10 a.m., the Saturday Sports Blast Show with me, Ralph Williams, Pensman Sports, Brian Pettit here, and Leo Haggerty from Amped Up Sports. We will be on at 10 a.m. on our social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter X, the Kick Network, and we'll be simulcasted on Pensman Sports and also on Brian's Sports Break Media as well. We'll be simulcasted tomorrow. And we'll be here in Studio B tomorrow because, as I said, there's some work being done in Studio A, and it'll be finished tomorrow. So we'll be back in business real soon in Studio A. But right now we're going to be functioning shows from Studio B. So that's why I have 4 studios here. So, that's right. A, B, C, and D.
That's right.
I only have one. I even have an outdoor studio. So
yeah, I have 2. I have actually 2.
Yeah, there you go. So, that's why we're Studios 10 here in Berlin, Maryland. All right, next, the final show of the day, but last but not least, and guess what? It's guest weekend for me.
Ooh.
Wait till you see this guest. The Sports Corner Radio Show, 2 to 3 p.m. on AM 1250, 92.5, The Answer, with me, Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, and Luther Dupree. My guest is legendary broadcaster, #1 seniority broadcaster in the nation for college football and basketball. Bill Hillgrove will join us tomorrow, 2 to 3 p.m. to talk about Pitt football and also about the Steelers because he used to be the former Steelers play-by-play guy as well. He is the longest tenured broadcaster in the NCAA. So,
how long has he been doing that, Ralph?
Oh, gosh, he's been around since 1975, I think. And
wow.
He did the play-by-play for the 1976 national championship game with Tony Dorsett, and Pitt won that game. They beat Tennessee, I believe. I think it was Tennessee.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
He's been in there doing it a long time. Is he still doing that, or is he retired?
He's still doing it. He's 84 years old. God bless him. He's still doing it. And, he's still doing Pitt broadcasts. He was doing the Steelers. He stepped away, retired, and now the Steelers have new people in there. His color guy, 2 color guys, both passed away. Ton Shilkin passed away about 3-4 years ago, and then Craig Wolfley passed away last year, and now Max Starks is doing it with Rob King. So that's our radio.
He's been through a lot.
Yeah. So, but Bill Hillgrove will join us 2 to 3 p.m., 1250 a.m. The Answer across the country on AM 1250 and also on theanswerpgh.com. Don't forget to tune in as well. Check out my website, www.rwmediaproductions.com. And also don't forget to check out all my other shows all across the country. Philadelphia on Wednesdays, 3 to 4 p.m. on 860 a.m. WWDB. Every 4th Wednesday of the month. But this month, every 4th and 5th Wednesday, because there's 5 Wednesdays in this month. The 4th and 5th Wednesday, where both Wednesdays are going to be live call-in shows. So you'll have an opportunity to call in on both of those shows as well. The week of August 17th, all the way until, the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, all the way to the 23rd, 24th, we will return. I will return on the 26th, broadcasting. Even the 20th, we're taking the 24th off from Raw post show. My wife is going in for surgery, and that's going to be the first week she's going to be recovering. So I'm off on all media shows. There will be some special shows that I'm going to be doing, both radio and everything else. So just to let you know, I'm also going to do a pre-recorded show for the Ralph's Opinion Show. It's going to be part 2 part 2, because everyone keeps asking me, and they won't go back to the archive show from May of last year that I did, the top 10 reasons why I left Pittsburgh. Well, I'm going to do a second show, the top 10 reasons why I left
Ralph,
Pittsburgh.
since we've been on, you ready for this one?
Yes,
Breaking news about 41 minutes ago. The Red Sox still continue to be the hottest team in baseball in the last 30 games, 27-3.
Wow.
Yeah. That's in the
that's not good for Pensman and the Yankees.
Because
Boston and the Yankees, man, they hate each other in the same division.
No, I just wanted to point that out because it just hit.
Yeah. Hey, how about going from last place up to that? I wish the Pirates were like the Red Sox. The Red Sox are hot right now. Pirates are falling. Every year after the All-Star game, Brian, they just collapse. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what, you know what I mean? They just seem to, they have a good, and then after the All-Star game, they just go right down the toilet. You might as well flush it. I can't figure that out. I just can't. I'm sorry.
This is one of those things where, it is what it is, Ralph. You know how
that's
that
right.
goes.
It is what it is. Yeah, on the 24th, there will be no the 17th there'll be no Raw show. All right, because I'm off that week from media. So no RW Media Production shows, but I'll have some specials I'll be posting. I'll be doing a special Ralph's Opinion show, which I probably will do, and it's going to be the top 10 reasons why I left Pittsburgh, part 2. All right. It seems like I need to do a fresh video because no one wants to go to the archive video that I made last year in May of last year as to why I left Pittsburgh. All right. One of the reasons why, and I'll give you a little bit of a hint, is because of the way I was treated by the media and the fans and everything else up in Pittsburgh. And right now, I'm still there. And I have a new Facebook page out called Radio Justice for Ralph Williams. And tune into that. Check out that Facebook page because there's going to be some things I'm going to be doing. And I will give you a little bit of a hint that I am, my ratings against the Big K, I am beating them on weekends. Okay. I would like to try to do something during the week to try to beat them. This is what they get for not hiring me. So, and not only that, this is what they get for being arrogant and disrespecting me. And, the problem with Pittsburgh, Brian, they don't know what change means. They don't want to change. They have the same politicians, the same this, the same that, the same, the same station, the same old host, the same this, the same that. It's all the same.
Yep.
And it's the same shame, I call it, because it is what it is. And I'm not real pleased about it, and I'm going to let everybody know about that. Speaking of this weekend, too, don't forget Sunday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., the Ralph Williams Show with Tony Moreno. We have a lot to talk about, Tony and I. We have now we have a 2-hour show. Here it is right here. The Ralph Williams Show with co-host Tony Moreno. Every Sunday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on AM 1250, The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial. Don't forget to tune in. Tony and I, plenty to talk about. City of Pittsburgh, Allegheny County, Western Pennsylvania, and a whole lot more. So, Brian, any final thoughts? We're going to wrap it up.
No, I don't got any final thoughts. I'm going to get my plug in. You can go on YouTube or any of the platforms, any TikTok thing, and this all you got to do is type in Sports Break Media. Also, if you want to leave me an email, my email is on the bio in the on YouTube. And also, if you want any shirts or hats or anything, please, my merch is actually on the YouTube. So, you can go buy you a hat. I do not do the profit, so it's out of it. You just get your merch. You can design it however you want to with the 2 logos that I have. So please and do that. I mean, it's not costing me anything, so it'll cost everybody else. So no, go buy your merch,
Okay, if you live in the Delmarva region tomorrow, I will be at the Ocean City Performing Arts Center tomorrow night. So if anyone sees me there, stop up, say hello, tell me listen to the shows. I will be there tomorrow night for Pure Prairie League, Firefall, Orleans, and Atlanta Rhythm section. So that's going to be an interesting show tomorrow night.
That would be an interesting show.
Yeah, and then in September, Labor Day weekend, that Saturday,